Hey, what's up guys? It's Aspie Kid. This is my dog Dottie here. She's gonna help me review the movie Temple Grandin, which is playing on HBO. It is based on the most famous autistic person in the world. Temple Grandin is played by the very talented actress Claire Danes. The movie is very effective, and it's showing the way how Temple's mind works. People with autism have a problem with abstract thinking. Claire Danes' performance is very convincing without being exaggerated. I don't know if she's gonna get an award, but she was incredible as Temple Grandin. She has a very literal mind. She sees everything in pictures. This reminds me of that great scene from Tropic Thunder by Robert Downey Jr. Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man, look retarded, act retarded, not retarded. Count to pitch to the cause, autistic, sure, we're not retarded. I like the part when Temple Grandin defends herself from a bully. It reminded me of the time in 8th grade when a kid named Steven tried to pick on me, and I kicked his ass. My mom always taught me to defend myself. When Temple Grandin was 4, she wasn't even speaking. That happened to me, and like Temple Grandin's mother, my mom never gave up on me. 1 in 150 kids are now being diagnosed with autism. It is very important to have an early intervention. There is no cure for autism, but there is still hope. It is very important to have support. Temple Grandin had her mother, her aunt, and her professor. Her professor inspired her to go to college. He said that opening doors leads to a whole new world. So if you get a chance to see this movie, definitely see it. I give it 3.5 stars. And remember, if you see an autistic person like me, we're not less, we're just different. Don't judge me!
My name is Temple Grandin. I'm not like other people.
Can you bring everything you've seen to your mind?
Sure, can't you?
Wow.
Temple was born in the 60s when autism was really misunderstood.
No speech yet at the age of?
4.
Your child is clearly autistic.
What's the next step for her?
We generally recommend an institution.
Her mother keeps pushing her somewhat to meet those challenges and to go out into the world in order that she will function as best that she can.
As she became more self-aware, she realized that she had certain strengths that she could really exploit, and she found a way to self-medicate.
She goes to see her aunt and uncle on a farm where they raise cattle. It's where she learns that she actually empathizes with animals.
You have a very special mind that's going to open up onto a whole new world for you.
Do they have colleges with cows?
Yes, they do.
Thank God her mother forced her to get an education because she is a doctor in animal science.
I'm a visual thinker. I think totally in pictures. My mind works like Google Images.
She ended up working in the cattle industry, creating systems for cattle to move calmly. Temple realized there was a more humane way to encourage cattle.
And she saw you could make something that would fool a cow walking down a ramp with slats on it, so the cow walked peacefully in and then found itself stepping off into the water. She knew the cows liked to walk in curved corners because they thought they were going back somewhere they'd been before. It was amazing that she could have visualized that whole thing.
When I designed the dip vat, I could see it in my mind.
She really understands animal behavior. If you do what she says, you're going to be more productive, and it's a lot more humane.
She really revolutionized the slaughter industry as a result.
All right, we got our ride. Okay. What's going on here?
They killed them because of their stupidity.
One of the great things about making this movie was that we worked from her plans and we reconstructed one of her great achievements.
It was surreal seeing the dip vat that I designed recreated here. Absolutely perfect.
We needed cows, so HBO bought a herd of cows. We had someone with us at all times. Everybody looked after the cattle remarkably meticulously.
It will look very intense on film. However, when the viewers look very closely, they'll notice most of the commotion was just man-made.
There were animal handlers present on set, constantly looking out for their well-being.
All the facilities that we do are geared primarily for the humane treatment of animals.
They have 2 stuffy cows, as we call them in the film business, and animatronic cows. These animals are used in place of a live, real cow to depict some of the action.
They have done a whole lot for treatment and the handling of all kinds of animals, cattle especially.
Her ethos was, I love animals so much. I want every moment of their lives will be calm. And what we've done in the movie is convey how she was able to see that in her head before she constructed it.
Why are some mooing more loudly than others? There must be a reason they're saying something.
Mooing. You want to do research and write your master's on mooing.
I think that there is a tremendous lesson learned out of Temple's journey that we can help unlock a door for somebody who appears very locked in.
I know my system will work because I've been through it 1,000 times in my head.
People had been working in the cattle industry for decades and never really noticed how the cattle behaved.
Ultimately, she not only changed the face of the livestock industry, but she really changed the face of autism.
She's a real authority, and she's written many books on autism and animal behavior, and she's a real success by anyone's standards.
My husband read about you.
Miss Grandin, this is a masterpiece.